So I thought I'd do a quick video just of the Lawson hammock, just to show you what it's like when it's set up as a hammock. You can see pretty standard hammockiness. Attach it to a tree, attach it to another tree, and you've got yourself a hammock. In the blog I've got, with the description at the bottom of this video, I explain some of the advantages of having a hammock. But for me, the main advantages of a hammock in the summer is that they actually help keep you cool. Your back underneath is relatively cool, it's nice and comfortable, and you can have just a mesh on top here, like an insect mesh, rather than having to deal with a whole tent. So on a hot day in July and a hot evening in July, this is absolutely perfect. Just want to show you some of the features of it, because it's rather unique. Obviously it attaches, it's got some super strong straps. It attaches via a carabiner to a rather complex web system here, but the key to the web system is that it comes with a pole. And if I come around here, this pole's actually quite wide, as you can see, and the width of the pole actually means that it keeps the hammock square when you get in it and sleep in it. So rather than being bananaed into a kind of hammock, this hammock does a good job of maintaining quite a large square area, so that it's a bit more comfortable for sleeping. So I really like that. It also comes with two half circle metal poles, little aluminium ones, which again just keep the mesh up nice and high, more like a mini tent. And in a separate video I actually show you how you can configure this as a tent on the ground as well. Some other features that are quite nice, there's a little bit of bungee that goes up to here just to keep everything ship shape and the right width, and nice and taut on top. A couple of nice little features as well that I really like. If you look closely, actually I'll unzip so you can see inside. There you go. You look inside here, you've got a nice little hanging hook on both ends for like your head torch or a lantern, and there's also some nice pockets on the side here which I put things like my mobile phone, charger pouch, contact lenses, stuff that I want close at hand in the middle of the night or when I'm waking up in the morning, which is also quite cool. Width wise it's pretty good inside here as well. I'd say there's certainly plenty of room for one person, and actually at a push, if you're relatively small, there's probably space for two of you if you have this on the ground. Although weight rating rise, I think it's not rated beyond about 275 pounds, so it'd have to be two pretty lightweight people. The other good news is it also comes with a separate tarp that you can attach on top. I'll just sort of grab it and throw it over, but it comes with a tarp as well that you can put over. And the cool thing about the tarp is it attaches to various little Velcro points underneath, so you can pull it over pretty quickly. And what I've actually done is put the tarp on one half and attached if I think there might be rain. I've carried on sleeping at the mesh end, and then I know if it rains I can reach out and just pull the rest of the tarp over the top to turn it into a tent. So that's kind of a nice feature as well, that if it is going to rain you can actually pull the tarp over the top and it then becomes completely waterproof. So there you go, that's sort of in a nutshell, gives you a quick look round. The product as a whole comes in at about £4. It's actually, I feel like £4 is quite heavy, but let me put that into perspective. If you're carrying this system, you're not carrying a tent, you're not carrying a pad underneath a sleeping mat either, so and you're not carrying a tarp or a mesh house. So actually when I combine my usual tarp, mesh house and sleeping mat, this only comes in about £1 heavier than what I would normally carry. What I can tell you is that over prolonged use over the rest of the summer, I'm going to do what I can to strip out some of these elements, take a few bits off that aren't quite essential, and see if I can actually make this a little bit lighter. So there you go, that gives you a quick look at the Lawson hammock, but something that I'm really impressed with. Lots of great features. It's great as a hammock, but it's also great as a tent on the ground.